So you want to make a movie? Well, you're in the right place. I'm Seth Himes. I'm a filmmaker, and I am documenting the making of our next film, So You Want to Marry My Daughter. Now, the first thing is when you feel the call to make a movie is the idea. Will that idea go away? Can you shake that idea loose? We get a lot of ideas as filmmakers, but the idea that you should pursue is the one that won't go away. I've been working on this film for at least 5 years now, and the idea won't go away. And every time I think, yeah, we're ready for production, I learn something new. I go through a life event, and the idea gets better and better and better. Our most recent event was I married off my eldest daughter, Adelie, and that was life-changing. I have 4 daughters, and we are living the adventure of our premise of our film, So You Want to Marry My Daughter. How does a dad release his daughters to a young man? And how do we do that in an entertaining way, as well as bring honor to Jesus? So that's the goal. That's what we're living. When I did my last film, The Deliverance of Amy Stronghold, we were in deliverance ministry for over 10 years, which included homeless ministry, jail ministry, street ministry, inner city, youth group. We were poured into that culture for over 10 years. We went through that ministry as leaders, and we were on the streets learning, hearing testimonies, and that film is a testimony to so many people who came out of that lifestyle of homelessness, especially Denise Reed, who is the inspiration for that film, who's still living her life for Jesus. I'm so proud of her. And so as a filmmaker, what idea won't shake loose? Even if you look at your favorite franchises, you see decades between installments a lot of the time, just because development takes so long. As an independent filmmaker, the problem isn't cast and crew. The problem is usually money. And what we're doing here at Highwater is we have opened up our whole company for investment, and we're partnering with Tithely. Tithely partners with I forgot the number. I think it's over 50,000, if not more, churches and ministries. And we are partnered with Tithely. There's a secure giving platform. And even though we're an LLC, we're partnering with like-minded Christians who are sowing into Highwater. Now, there's 3 ways to sow into Highwater: to become a believer, become a backer, and become a builder. A believer are all people who believe that stories can change lives, and believe that films can point people to Jesus, and believe that we can make them together. We're not waiting for permission to make our next film. We're not waiting for the Hollywood system to make our film. We are making our film with people. Now, like I said, cast isn't the problem. There's plenty of talented cast. We have our leads already on board, Robert and Raphael. Crew is not a problem. There's so many talented crew members who have the gifts to make beautiful films, and all they need is a little money. They don't even need tons of money, just enough where they can commit their time and resources to work on the film. And what we really need is people like you. We're calling them our believers. And all we're looking to do right now is build a list of believers. It's simple. Go to highwater.app, click join, and fill out the form, which is just your name and email. We're creating an army of people who want to see more Christian films in the theater, who believe that stories can change lives. Just remember, of any story, whether it's a true story or a story you watched on film or a a Bible story. I mean, it's limitless of how many stories there are and how many formats. Stories change lives. Do you believe that? Do you believe it? Well, join us at Highwater. Do you believe that films can point people to Jesus? I know there are people that aren't because I've been in conversations, but film is the most, in my opinion, the most powerful storytelling form there is. It's impactful. It's emotional. I would say books have been around longer than stories, than films, but films are the top, especially movies. This is where I'm at, and maybe this is where I lose a lot of people. But do you believe films can point people to Jesus? I just see the multiplication of films where one person can share the gospel in a live event. It only fills that room, but when you add lights, cameras, and action, you can multiply that message to the whole world. And when you add stories, it's memorable. Every sermon that I really remember are bookended with stories. That helps us remember. Stories help us remember the message. And all films, not just Christian films, all films have a message. And we can talk about that later. But all films have a message. And in my opinion, Christian films are just essentially, does the God of the Bible exist in that world you just watched, or as a filmmaker that you created? And are we creating worlds as filmmakers that God doesn't exist? That's dangerous in my mind. And it doesn't have to be in your face, preachy, but all films have a message. All of them. I challenge you to look into that. And the third thing is, I believe that we need to make them together. That's the last thing that's holding Highwater back. It's not the stories. It's not the crew. It's not the cast. It's the only thing is gathering our tribe to make movies in the Northwest. And I'm not limiting this just to the Northwest. Robert's in Pennsylvania. Raphael's, where is Raphael? I think he's in Minnesota. So Aaron is in Iowa. I mean, we're spread across the country. And so we're welcoming all people to join us as Highwater believers. It's simple. Go to highwater.app, click join, and let's fill this list. We just need a few hundred people to come on board. That is the only delay, is people. And I obviously don't have the personality to woo a bunch of people. I'm not that type of person. I'm a behind the scenes person. But what pleases God is faith. And as I step out in faith, which is usually faith over fear, stuff that I don't really want to do, I choose to do it anyway in faith. That's what these weekly videos are, is my act of faith to cast vision and let the Lord bring in the fish. And it's a fishing metaphor, by the way. Anyways, I'm going to wrap up here. Thanks for joining us. I hope that this reached you. And if you can say, I believe stories can change lives, I believe films can point people to Jesus, and I believe we can make them together, then welcome to being a Highwater believer. Go to highwater.app, fill out the simple form. It'll take 10 seconds and join the movement. We're building something exciting here in the Pacific Northwest. We're building a motion picture studio, and all we need is people. A small group of people, just a handful, a few hundred people, and we're making movies together. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Share, watch the first look, get involved. reach out to me. My phone number is at the top of highwater.app. Text me, call me. Here we go. Let's make movies together. See you next week. Bye.
I would like permission to date your daughter.
Oh, slow down there. I mean, I'm gonna need some more information.
I kissed her.
Have a seat.
I in no way attacked your daughter.